wrist extension positional isometrics. So if you've got wrist extension positional isometrics, that means you have too big a gap between your active and your passive ranges of motion. So this is wrist extension. For me, I can get to about here actively, and if I push down, there's my passive range. There's about a 10 or 15 degree gap. We want about a 10 or 15 degree gap. If you've got more gap than that, then we've got a bit of a problem, because as an example, if I can only get to here, but I can stretch all the way down to there, that means there's this whole range here where you can get your wrist into, but you don't have any control over it. It's super dangerous. Your body will start protecting you from it. You'll get tightness, all these other things. So the positional isometrics is designed so that we can backfill that range of motion with control. So what you're gonna do is, you can literally just do this with your hand to start with anyway. You're going to bend back as far as you can actively into extension, and then you're going to get your hand and then passively just move about 10 or 15 degrees. From that point, you're going to hold it nice and still, and then you are going to do what's called a pales contraction, then a rails contraction. So the pales contraction is pushing back this way, the rails contraction is trying to go a little bit further. So get to here, get my other hand, move past 10 or 15 degrees. Hold super still. The pales contraction, I'm going to be ramping up, so I'm pushing into my hand here, and I'm going to have my hand flat there. I'm going to push as hard as I possibly can for 10 seconds, super hard. Then I'm going to reverse direction, and I'm going to try to pull further this way. I'm going to go as hard as I possibly can for about 10 seconds. Now, that shouldn't move because you're in your passive range of motion. You're already pushed past your active range. So you do that. Once you've done that, you're going to push past again another 10 or 15 degrees. Just sit here for however long it takes for you to be recovered to go again. Probably only be sort of 20 seconds, maybe 30, and then go again. So take a big breath, pack that air down, brace your core, create that full body irradiation, and start driving into your other hand at 100%. 100%, keep going for 10 seconds. 10 seconds, 3, 2, 1, and then reverse direction. Do everything you can. This side here, trying to pull that hand even further up. Keep pulling. Once again, this is isometrics, so there won't be any movement, and then go another 10 or 15 degrees. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna do as many reps as it takes for you to get from your active range to the end of your passive range. So as an example, if you have, say, 45 degrees, you'll get to there, push past 10 or 15, do a rep there, push another 10 or 15, do a rep there, push another 10 or 15, do a rep there, and that'll be the end. If you've only got a 30-degree gap, you'll be here, 10 or 15, another one at another 10 or 15, and that'll just be 2 reps. If you've got like a 50-degree gap, then you probably do 4 reps. So find the active range, push past 10 or 15, do a rep. 10 or 15, do a rep, 10 or 15, do a rep. Each rep, 10 seconds, absolute max effort. Now, if you want, you can do this with your hand on the floor as opposed to using your hand here. So if you want to do that, I'll get to my, say that's my active range there, put my hand flat, and then I just literally move my arm up to, oh, wait, hang on, you can't see that. Put my hand down, so that's my active, let's say that's my active range, put my hand down, and now I want to get 10 or 15 degrees past that, so I'll just go up 10 or 15. Sit here and then go. So I'm going to drive my hand into the floor, trying to straighten my wrist as hard as I can for 10 seconds. As soon as that 10 seconds is up, now I'm going to try to do everything I can to lift this hand off the floor using this tissue here. You're going to be trying, it won't move. You're effectively trying to do that, but I don't have hypermobility, so I can. Do everything you can, and then once that's done, rest for a sec, go another 10 or 15, do a rep here. So you can either do it with your hand like on the floor like that, or you can just do it with your other hand here, whatever's best for you. Enjoy.